In the world of the UFC, there have been a number of fighters who have made their mark as some of the most violent men on the planet. Names like Vitor Belfort and Robbie Lawler terrorized opponents for years. However, there is one name that stands above the rest. Justin Gaethje, nicknamed the Highlight.
Cerrone takes a knee and he's taking more punishment. He's hurt bad. Gaethje has him down. It's over. Justin Gaethje.
He's not just another fighter. He's become a force of nature. With a ferocity that leaves fans breathless, Gaethje has earned a reputation as one of the most violent current UFC fighters. And fresh off an absolutely wild head kick knockout of Dustin Porier in a battle for the BMF belt at UFC 219, he's starting to prove that he truly is the most violent UFC fighter of the modern era. After a storied wrestling career in high school and in college, where he amassed a record of 191-9, Justin Gaethje's journey to greatness began in the World Series of Fighting, WSOF. With his background in wrestling, he brought a unique blend of grappling and striking prowess into the cage.
Just slip. Moving in though with the good right is Gaethje. Gaethje uppercut.
One of my favorite combinations, right uppercut, right hook.
Has him against the fence and he is in trouble. Petitionok trying to hang on very early here.
Gaethje
is done it.
Gaethje's meteoric rise was propelled by his relentless forward pressure, devastating leg kicks, and iron chin. He quickly claimed the lightweight belt against Richard Petitionok and defended it successfully 5 times, all TKOs, before getting the call from Dana White and joining the Ultimate Fighter. In his highly anticipated debut performance with the UFC, Gaethje faced Michael Johnson, another skilled striker with a reputation for putting on thrilling performances, in the Ultimate Fighter finale. Johnson was already a 7-year UFC veteran at the time and had accrued victories over some impressive opponents, including Edson Barboza and Dustin Porier.
It looked like Porier was getting his own rhythm. Johnson comes up big, right hook, straight left hand combination counter.
The clash between the two warriors was an instant classic and made for one of the most exciting tough finales of all time. Both men exchanged heavy shots, showcasing their iron wills and determination. Gaethje's unyielding demeanor weathered the storm, however, as he delivered a third-round TKO victory.
When he got to this level, and man, did he come through huge against an extremely talented lightweight,
earning Fight of the Night honors and a contract with the UFC. Gaethje's unblemished record, which set at 18-0, finally came to an end in 2 epic brawls. First, in an absolute war against Eddie Alvarez at UFC 218, he showcased incredible heart and tenacity, but Alvarez managed to secure a TKO victory in the 3rd round. Following that, Gaethje faced Dustin Porier in one of the best UFC fights of all time. Gaethje certainly had his moments, but the back-and-forth battle ended in a 4th-round TKO in favor of Porier.
Porier continues to land,
But he doesn't have the wherewithal to clinch.
Dustin Porier,
goodness.
knockout!
What?
Oh my gosh!
Although Gaethje had finally tasted defeat, his stock soared due to the unforgettable performances he delivered. Fans quickly fell in love with his fearless and wild brawler style. Gaethje, determined as ever to overcome his recent string of bad luck, set out to reinvent himself with the help of his storied coach, Trevor Whitman, who had also coached UFC legends such as Stipe Miocic and Georges St-Pierre. Justin bounced back with 4 consecutive wins, a streak that culminated in a TKO victory over Tony Ferguson, who had been on a 12-fight win streak for the interim UFC lightweight title. Fight after fight, it was clear that Gaethje was slowly adapting his run-and-gun style into a much more controlled and methodical fight approach. Justin had claimed another UFC Performance of the Night bonus and, more importantly, was an interim UFC champion 1 fight away from the real belt. Unfortunately for Justin, that belt was firmly in the grasp of Khabib Nurmagomedov. Nurmagomedov, who was 28-0 and fresh off 2 extremely impressive wins over Conor McGregor and Dustin Porier, had earned the status of unbeatable in the UFC, and Gaethje's work was clearly cut out for him. The fight against the Russian was one of the most anticipated in UFC history.
Khabib with the beautiful jab, Walking Justin Gaethje down, left hook, right hand.
Gaethje showed game and had a few moments early, but Khabib's relentless grappling ultimately led to a second-round submission in Abu Dhabi at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic.
He's tapping.
It looks like he tapped. Khabib Nurmagomedov! The eagle rises again!
Despite the loss, Gaethje earned immense respect for his valiant effort. Following the loss to Khabib, Gaethje was heartbroken and decided to dedicate himself to a journey of even further self-improvement. He continued to refine his fighting style, becoming even more calculated and tactical, while preserving the aggressive nature that was in his blood. Gaethje's fight against Michael Chandler at UFC 268
watching this monumental event tonight.
was a meeting of two explosive lightweights. Chandler, a former Bellator champion and newcomer to the UFC, had entered the promotion with a bang with a TKO of Dan Hooker before losing against Charles Oliveira. The eventual fight of the year was an all-out war, with both fighters exchanging heavy shots and demonstrating unwavering hearts.
Chandler might be hurt from that right hand, and there's another very hard low kick.
It's those leg kicks that's eating him alive.
Gaethje outlasted Chandler, however, and secured a unanimous decision victory, further solidifying his status as a top contender. It was clear to the UFC fans that Justin was next in line for another shot at the lightweight belt. At UFC 274, Gaethje faced Charles Oliveira for the undisputed title in Phoenix, Arizona. While Gaethje showcased his trademark toughness and striking,
Big left from Gaethje. And a return on the counter right by Oliveira.
Watch the knees here of Oliveira.
Cold guard, look at this.
Oliveira proved to be just a step above after earning a second-round submission victory. The victory did leave a bitter taste in Oliveira's mouth, however, as he had missed weight and was disqualified for the belt. Regardless, Justin had tasted 2 title fights and left both empty-handed. Even after experiencing 2 heartbreaking title defeats, Gaethje remained steadfast in his chase for the title. After nearly a year off, he returned at UFC 286 against up-and-coming star Rafael Fiziev. It was another excellent fight that somehow went the distance after both fighters took some extremely heavy shots. Gaethje was the better man, however, and he earned a unanimous decision. His path back to the title fight was back on track. In a highly anticipated rematch with Dustin Porier for the BMF belt at UFC 291, Gaethje showcased his true evolution as a fighter. In the lead-up to the rematch, most fans and analysts had the odds pretty much even. Both fighters were known for their calculated IQs and their knockout power. Porier had gotten the upper hand in the first fight, but since then, Gaethje had become a completely new fighter. UFC fans around the world knew that regardless of who won, they were in for a great fight. After a close first round that saw both men land some good shots, most believed viewers were in for another 4 rounds of the same. However, Justin wasn't going to let it go past the second. Employing the most tactical approach in his career thus far, he picked his shots wisely, and in a moment of sheer brilliance, he followed a right hand with a devastating head kick knockout in the second round. The kick was so powerful and well placed that it was able to shut Dustin's light off even though it was partially blocked.
Gaethje fans being heard from now, about a minute gone by round 2. Oh! It's the BMF belt!
Oh my goodness!
Justin had avenged his previous loss to Porier and earned Performance of the Night honors. In the aftermath of the fight, it was clear that Gaethje was prepared for the 3rd shot at the belt. Justin Gaethje's journey from storied college wrestler to WSOF champion to UFC contender and interim champion has been nothing short of a thrilling roller coaster ride, defined by his relentless spirit, warrior mentality, and entertaining way of knocking guys out. With each fight, he continues to evolve and adapt, proving himself to be one of the most dangerous and exciting fighters in the sport. As we wait and see what's next for Justin, whether it's a 3rd shot at the belt or another thrilling matchup against the top contender, there is no doubt that the highlight will continue to captivate and entertain fight fans worldwide. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, and smash life.